What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's doing well. I apologize for the big mess here behind me. I know it's quite an eyesore, but unfortunately, for the sake of the video, it's a necessity. You see, Annette and I have over the last 6 months to a year, we have accumulated quite a bit of physical media due to multiple trips to McKay's, and they actually a lot of the times for physical media in terms of movies, not necessarily other variations of physical media, but for movies and TV series, they actually have good deals. And I've curated a lot of my collection. I've gotten rid of a lot of junk that I wasn't going to watch, and I've tried to recoup some store credit to get stuff that I actually want. And I think as a collector, every now and then it's good to do that. But yeah, I haven't done a video like this in almost a year. So we definitely have a lot to show off here. I don't even know, honestly, if this is all of it, but I'm pretty certain this is every single bit of it. No, I lied. We were missing one thing. So now I'm pretty sure that's it now. Probably not. My ADHD mind, though. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, we've got quite a bit of different stuff in here. I guess this will be the first thing I show off. Bear in mind, we picked this up for $1 in the dollar bin. It's a box set, the complete series of Lethal Weapon on DVD. As you can see, it's the snap cases. This is awesome, and truthfully, I don't think that there is a bad movie in the series. And if any movie is your favorite, I can understand. Like if 1, 2, 3, or 4 is your favorite, I wouldn't argue with it. Personally, my favorite Lethal Weapon movie is Lethal Weapon 3. That's my personal favorite, and yet every single one of those movies are good. So I'm glad to have that in the collection. We got one of my favorite comedies, probably of all time, Meet the Parents. Ben Stiller's humor, man. I've always been a big Ben Stiller fan. His dry humor, to me, is just hilarious. We also got the sequel, Meet the Fockers. This one I don't think is as good as the first one, but it's still pretty funny. It's got some funny moments in it. This is one Annette picked up. This is one I can't watch, and it's not that it's a bad movie or anything. It's Marley and Me. I'm a dog owner myself, and I think for me personally, it was one and done. But she likes that movie. We got a full collection here on DVD of the Pierce Brosnan James Bond collection. Comes with GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, World Is Not Enough, and Die Another Day, which Die Another Day is terrible. GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, and to me, I think GoldenEye and The World Is Not Enough are my favorite of the Pierce Brosnan movies. We also got all the Daniel Craig movies here. So we got Casino Royale. We've got Quantum of Solace, which I wasn't the biggest fan of Quantum of Solace. Casino Royale and Skyfall, to me, are the two best. Spectre, it's pretty solid, too. I still have not got to see No Time to Die yet. I've wanted to ever since it came out, and I missed it in the theater, and I've still never got to see it. So, yeah, I'm glad to finally have that. Hopefully, it's the best fucking James Bond movie of all time. It probably isn't, but I at least hope it's good. We got one of the greatest horror sequels of all time, Psycho 2. I may have already showed that. I don't know. I think I'm pretty certain I picked this one up. But yeah, Psycho 2. To me, I actually like it better than the original. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just lost all my subscribers by saying that. We got They Live, the Scream Factory 4K. They had this thing for like $5 too. Like, I don't really go out of my way to buy Scream Factory releases, but I was looking for this movie anyway, and this is all they had for like $5. I'm like, no, I'm jumping in on that. It was the same deal here with the Black Christmas Blu-ray. They had it for like $5, and I wanted this movie on Blu-ray. Same thing with this one. I found all these on one trip, too. The Town That Dreaded Sundown. So that was kind of interesting how that worked out for me. But yeah, I'm glad to have picked those up. We got a pretty decent Bryan Cranston movie, The Infiltrator. I went and saw this movie in the theater when it came out, and I actually really liked it. We got one of my all-time favorite movies here, The Lincoln Lawyer, with Matthew McConaughey. Phenomenal, like neo-noir type of... It's definitely a neo-noir type movie. Same thing with this one, L.A. Confidential. I don't like when they put the fucking, this isn't, I don't think, no, I didn't get this at McKay's. I got this at this other place in town. I hate when they put those stupid fucking stickers on it, but it is what it is. At least having the movie first and foremost, but to me it kind of messes up the art. We've got Ghost. This is one Annette picked up. I've actually not seen this one. She said it's good though, so yeah, I'm pretty stoked to check that one out. Damn, we got a lot of crap here. Got one that I picked up and watched for the first time, and this is actually my favorite, probably my favorite Denzel Washington role is Training Day. Got another Denzel Washington movie here, Fallen. This is one Annette picked up. She says it's good, and it's a thriller, so I don't see why I wouldn't like it. Then again, I didn't really like The Bone Collector either. We got a really good drama with Russell Crowe, Beautiful Mind. Picked that one up. Bear in mind, like, I got a lot of these for fucking dirt-ass cheap. Probably got every single one of them for dirt-ass cheap. A little thriller movie called White Bird in a Blizzard. It's actually a pretty good movie. Got a classic, one of my all-time favorites, Fight Club. Love that movie. Unfaithful, Richard Gere and Diane Lane. Taking Lives, Angelina Jolie and Ethan Hawke, and Paul Dano's in this movie too. A really cool Liam Neeson movie, Unknown. I think this is one of his most underrated movies, truthfully. This one I found at McKay's for like 95 cents. I know this is a movie that I've discussed a couple times, that I don't really like this movie. But then again, you know, I think I may have seen it the one time, and I think for 95 cents it was worth picking up just to check it out again, and I might do a review for it. And that's the 2004 Punisher movie. I always preferred the Punisher Warzone with is it Ray Stevens or Ray Stevenson? I know he passed away recently. But anywho, I always liked that movie better than I like this one. But at the same time, I think I do owe this one another watch. So what I'm thinking, probably the next day or two, I'm going to watch it and do a review discussion on it and see if my mind's changed. Because I remember when I did my comic book movie month for the Punisher Warzone, I actually talked shit on that movie. But yeah, I think I'm just due for a rewatch on that one. We got a pretty decent thriller here, Derailed. We actually just reviewed that one. Same with this one. American Gangster. Glad to have that one. Though I think the unrated director's cut is kind of long, and I definitely think I will going forward probably watch. Where the fuck I got pick up from? Watch the original version of it and not the unrated cut. We got Heat. This is one I've always wanted to watch, and now I finally get to. It's weird. I actually, when I was a kid, I actually tried to watch this movie, and I wasn't into it. I don't think it was the kind of movie that I was expecting it to be. You know, you guys ever had those movies where you expect it to be a certain way, and then as a kid, and then it ends up not being what you expect? Kind of like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. When I was a kid, I was expecting like blood, guts, and gore coming at the screen, and I didn't get that. And at the time, I didn't really truly understand the movie. So now I feel like I'm getting the chance to really see how great Heat is this time around. We got Inside Man, another Denzel Washington movie. I've been picking up a lot of Denzel Washington movies lately. I got rid of The Bone Collector, though, because I thought The Bone Collector sucked. But I might as well just pick it back up on DVD or something, because I'm getting all fucking Denzel Washington's other movies. So. Got a classic, Drive with Ryan Gosling. Awesome movie. So I've got a weird relationship with this one. I've seen it. It was kind of like a Thomas Jane Punisher movie. I've only seen it the one time, and it was dirt cheap on Blu-ray. And the first movie in this series is one of my all-time favorites. However, the sequel I wasn't a huge fan of the first time, but it's been a lot of time, and that's Sicario, the second Sicario movie. I do owe this one a rewatch. Just the same situation there with the Punisher, the Punisher movie. Collateral, Tom Cruise playing a bad guy. I never thought I'd see the day, but Collateral is a great movie. All right, we got Dawn of the Dead, the original. I'm finally glad to have that movie in my collection. Night of the Living Dead. This is the original. No, this is the remake. I actually picked up both of them. This is the original, and this is the remake. And they're actually both great movies too. I got Saving Private Ryan on 4K. I don't need the Saving Private Ryan Blu-ray, so now I've got the 4K. And the 4K, the Saving Private Ryan 4K. This is my all-time favorite movie, by the way. The 4K is fucking beautiful. So much better than the Blu-ray. That's one of the ones, like the few that I will absolutely upgrade to 4K. We got another war movie here, Flags of Our Fathers. It's another great war movie. Double Jeopardy. Got Along Came a Spider. Alex Cross movie. This one my brother bought for me because he wanted to know my thoughts on it. He told me this is a really cool movie, and it actually looks pretty cool. Pandorian. Is it Pandorian? No, Pandorum. I saw this in a store. Well, no, we went to this physical media store in town, and he was looking at records and stuff, and I was looking at movies. And he came over to the movie section. He's like, "Oh, dude, I will buy you this movie. This movie's awesome. This is a really cool movie." And I've never seen it, nor have I ever heard of it. So, it looks really cool. And the premise sounds really cool. So, we'll definitely fucking check this one out soon. I told him this was actually just a few days ago this happened, so yeah, it really actually looks cool. Oh, we got Takers. I saw that movie in the theater. I don't remember much about it though. That was one Annette picked up. She says it's really good. Blow. I actually had that movie on VHS too, back in the day. Another Denzel Washington movie, John Q. This is actually one I haven't seen yet. Fall on the fucking floor. Star of Echoes with Kevin Bacon. Here's a really underrated one, Awake, with Hayden Christensen, and it's got Jessica Alba and Terrence Howard in it. That's a really underrated movie. Dog's Purpose. I actually like this movie. I like in this movie that the dog, even though the dog's body keeps dying, it's the same character being reincarnated into another dog, and I like that he actually gets reunited with his owner. It kind of makes me feel a lot happier at the end than Marley and Me does. Marley and Me is probably the better movie, but Marley and Me is just too goddamn sad to me. Because I've experienced multiple times in my life losing a dog, and it never gets any easier. Here's one that's actually still in the cellophane. The Outsiders. This is actually a fucking amazing movie. I remember our teacher showed us this movie in school, and that's actually the one and only time that I actually saw that movie. I've always wanted to rewatch it though. Dreamcatcher. I've never seen this one. This is one Annette wanted to pick up. It's got like an all-star cast. It's got Morgan Freeman. It's got Thomas Jane, Jason Lee, Damian Lewis, Timothy Olyphant, Tom Sizemore, and Donnie Wahlberg. So, and it's based off a Stephen King book. So maybe it might actually be good. Here's a 2-movie collection, and they're both awesome movies. We got American History X, and one of my favorite movies is A History of Violence. I love those neo-noir type movies. I know American History X not a neo-noir movie, but History of Violence most certainly is. Here's a really cool, underrated, like little action war movie. It's called The Uncommon Valor. It has Gene Hackman in it, and it's got this pretty neat premise where his son is he fought in Vietnam, and he goes missing. And Gene Hackman, he plays, I don't remember if he's a World War II vet or a Korean War vet, but he assembles this team, and he gets this financial, like, he gets the money backed up by the it's right here, the Texas oil tycoon, and he gets his buddy. He assembles his team of his son's Marine Corps buddies to go over and find him, and it's got Patrick Swayze in it too, and it's a really, really cool war movie in my opinion. It's very different. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. The Firm, Tom Cruise. Another Tom Cruise movie, another one of my all-time favorite movies, Eyes Wide Shut. I think it's a brilliant movie, personally. This is one Annette picked up, Premonition. We actually just reviewed this movie, and I actually really enjoyed this movie. It's got really bad reviews. I think that a lot of people leaving bad reviews on it probably weren't paying attention. Deja Vu, another fucking Denzel Washington movie. Here's one I've always really enjoyed, and anytime it was ever on TV, I always put it on and watched it. It was Four Brothers. Love this movie. Such a fun movie. One we reviewed recently, I didn't like it, but this is one Annette really likes. End of Days. I didn't like it personally, but Annette likes that movie a lot, so she picked it up. I have the first one, so I picked up the second and the third one of these. Is London Has Fallen and The Angels Fallen, and that completes my set because I already had Olympus Has Fallen and Angel Has Fallen. I watched for the first time and I really liked it. London Has Fallen, I went to the theater to go see that, and I didn't think it was as good as the first one, but I think the third one is definitely a lot better than the second one. But neither of them are as good as the first one, in my personal opinion. I picked up the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, 2, which is my favorite, and 3, which it's a bad movie, but it's kind of a guilty pleasure for me. Here's another guilty pleasure for me. I like this movie. It's the 2014 or 15 Ninja Turtles reboot. I liked it. I didn't really see what the problem with this movie was. I know there was one complaint that somebody voiced saying that the turtles looked too much like Ninja Turtles and they didn't look plasticky enough, which to me that's that's one of the most like absurd complaints I've ever heard of, probably ever. Complaining that the Ninja Turtles look like actual Ninja Turtles and they don't look like plastic suits. Like, I don't understand people's just, you know what, we're just going to move on because I'm doing mental gymnastics trying to figure out the logic. This is one I actually had to rebuy because my other copy broke. That's Death Sentence. Yeah, my other copy stopped working, so I ended up rebuying that one. Another neo-noir movie here, Sin City. This is a really cool movie in my opinion. I never got into like the comic series, but the movie I thought was really cool. We got some wrestling stuff here. We got Mick Foley, Hard Knocks, Cheap Pops. Who doesn't fucking love Mick Foley? Dude freaking got thrown off a fucking Hell in a Cell by The Undertaker at, was it Survivor Series or was it? No, it was WrestleMania. Survivor Series. I remember his match he had with Edge at WrestleMania, and he went through the fucking flaming table. Doesn't fucking love Mick Foley. We got The Greatest Stars in the 90s, too. I actually used to have this one, and I don't really remember what happened to it, but it is what it is. Got the entire complete series of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? I grew up on this shit, so it's really nice to have it in the collection. Like I said, I grew up on Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? To me, it's one of the greatest cartoons. Okay, so this, to me, I understand how cheesy it is. And I used to have this, not on DVD, but I used to have it on VHS. And I wore out the VHS when I was a kid. And I picked it up purely for nostalgia. And that's The Adventures of Batman. I love this cartoon. I think this is one of the best iterations of Batman. And I understand that is just nostalgia. Okay? I understand that, no, it's not on the level of Batman animated series. It's not on the level of the new Batman or the Michael Keaton or Christian Bale or even Ben Affleck. But this one is one of my favorite iterations of the character, and it's just purely nostalgia. There is some just unintentionally hilarious scenes in this movie, or not movie, but this is a TV series, and it's got every single episode. But the biggest problem with it, in my opinion, is they're not in any kind of like order of broadcast or anything like that. It kind of feels like they just threw this DVD together. So that's really the one downside to it. But I love it. I love it. I think it's a great cartoon. I've got the entirety of the Teen Titans cartoon, the good one, not the Teen Titans Go that was made for people that fucking still shit in diapers. Yeah, this was the good one. I don't really like Teen Titans Go. It's for fucking 5-year-olds. It's not my thing. We got Batman Beyond. All I got to do now is pick up Batman the Animated Series, which I have had in the past. Did somebody steal it, or I got a DVD box set here, and I picked it up for like $2 at McKay's. It's the X-Men trilogy with the first 3 X-Men movies in it, and X2 to me is still one of the top tier X-Men movies. We've got my favorite TV series probably of all time, Sons of Anarchy. Finally, I got around to buying this. Sons of Anarchy to me is probably the greatest TV series of all time, in my personal opinion. It's my favorite. And last but not least, I'm getting tired, man. Jesus. We've got season 1 of the Creep Tapes, man. And I know that season 2 is out on Blu-ray, and I need to pick it up eventually. But season 1, that's good to have. Me and Annette should probably sit down and watch it. We both really liked the Creep movies on Netflix. I like the first one probably a little bit better than the second one, but I'm glad that they finally kept the storyline going with this. Or not the storyline going, but we got more of Mark Duplass's character. So, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead, and I think that's everything. Yeah, that is everything. And I have water right here I could have been taking a sip of. I'm roasting in here, man. Jesus. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get off here, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.